the biggest thing AJ did was...
Oh, but it was too funny.
Do you know it was that subtle? I didn't even notice. Someone had to tell me afterwards.
Then Fury's going to say, I got robbed in 2 Usyk fights. I'm the better man. I'm the greater man. He's just been flattened by a fat Mexican.
These impressions are
I know.
brilliant.
He actually sounded exactly like that.
Sounds so good. We're playing Crolla.
What have you done?
Bit of cosmetic surgery or?
A BBL.
Imagine getting a phone call from Derek Chisora at 6 in the morning. Catch me.
And remember, this is not even for the cameras or anything. This is just real life.
You lot are cheaters. The music sent me. The music sent me.
Hello and a warm welcome to our brand new show, Corner Talk, brought to you by Sunboxing, hosted by me and Wally. And our first ever guest, we are delighted to say, is the Beast from the East, Anthony Yarde. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
He's looking a lot better than the last time he came in our studio because he just had an allergic reaction to nuts.
Yeah, I'm allergic to nuts.
You've got a nut allergy?
So I said, oh my God, like, is it recent? Do you need an injection? He went, no. I know I'm allergic to nuts. But there was an offer on Snickers ice creams that was too good to resist.
Hang on, so you did it to yourself?
Done it to myself.
Wow.
And then like my mum, she says I don't feel sorry for you because you know you're allergic to nuts.
And you
You're
still...
just greedy.
Wow.
But you know when you see the offer, like when you go like, I'm not gonna call it a place, but you see when you see like the yellow sticker.
Yes.
Oh,
It gets your attention.
So there was stale nuts as well.
No,
even more dangerous.
It's ice cream, innit? It's in the. It's not normal Snickers. It's the ice cream ones.
Yeah.
Everyone knows they're top tier, so.
Yeah, but the yellow sticker means they're out of date.
No, it means they're just
on
reduced.
offer. Yeah, just on offer.
Reduced because they're out of date.
No.
No, maybe it's only a couple of days still, but still okay. I don't think they can sell out of date.
Old
still, surely.
dairy and old nuts. Death wish. Forget Benavides, forget Baturbiev. Man's killing himself out there.
I mean, I do think that's a bit wild having a nut allergy and then still choosing to
But
eat nuts.
I haven't got a crazy nut allergy. Like I'm not gonna need a pen.
What happened? What was the physical?
I just get like spots, like my skin starts itching.
You started doing this.
I still got spots. Like,
have you seen the film Hitch? Is it?
Yeah.
Like that?
But it's not as bad as that. It's like a mild version of that. Hitch. Looking in the mirror, drinking.
And is it only ice creams with nuts?
No, so it's like I've realised it's peanuts and hazelnut.
Okay.
Them two nuts, like my throat will start itching. Like I get hay fever as well. So, but them two things mess me up. Have you had Snickers ice cream?
I don't like Snickers.
Oh, but have you had the Snickers ice cream?
This is another thing. I don't like ice cream either.
Oh,
so
no.
that sounds like my worst nightmare.
Do you like ice cream?
What about the Yeah, I adore ice cream.
Same.
Bad for ice cream. What about macadamia nut brittle Haagen-Dazs?
Elite. And you know
Difficult
what's
to find.
even
The pralines and cream.
Do you know what's even more funny? I've got an intolerance to dairy as well.
Oh my!
It's a double whammy, and I swear to you, I'm not even joking.
And you're
I've
allergic to
I'd
grain
be absolutely.
No, brain freeze is fine.
I'd be fine with your allergies because I don't like ice cream
Dairy or
or
nuts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll eat like a peanut on its own. Just I don't like it in chocolate.
How?
So,
That's the perfect
It
mix.
tastes different. It makes it taste. I don't know. It's not for me.
It's perfect.
Have you ever had to go to the doctors for it?
No.
Because that would be the sort of like I worked up years ago. I got banged on the head playing football, and you go and you feel a bit guilty. These poor doctors, they're looking after me. This is my fault. I'm playing football. But imagine if he turns up to A&E. My goodness, what happened? You look terrible. My God, like the Elephant Man. What's happened? Too many Snickers ice creams. I know what I've got, and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
They'd refuse to start. They just refused treatment. They were like, no, it's self-inflicted. Although the football thing, I suppose you could say that about boxers. They go in with an injury.
Yeah,
Well, you have chosen to do this sport.
It's entertaining. Yeah, entertaining people. So
The way I play football's not entertaining. Nobody.
Well, let's talk boxing. That's why we're here. And we can't start the show without talking about, obviously, the weekend. Big fight, return of Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. You both watched it. Were either of you there?
I was there.
I wasn't there. I watched it on TV though, so you got both views.
Yeah,
you know,
I
the
watched
TV
it on
version.
TV as well.
Listen, as silly as that sounds, you got a better version of it because inside the stadium we didn't hear AJ's side of the mic. So in my report, I was saying it was like bodged and it looked messy. Like we couldn't hear it. We heard Tyson shouting.
Did you not
insults.
swap microphones? Could
No,
you hear
AJ had a mic.
Oh.
So when we're doing our work up in the stands, we couldn't hear. So you guys, it was all right for you guys. You could hear the back and forth, couldn't you?
I didn't really find the back and forth that interesting. But before we talk about the post-fight stuff, the actual fight, did you find that interesting?
Do you know what? For me, Tyson Fury looked good. In my opinion, like he looked on the TV, he looked good. He looked more aggressive. He looked like he was having fun again. I don't know why people are acting like Tyson Fury's always been this like aggressive, entertaining boxer. He's more entertaining at the ring than in the ring. But if you enjoy what he does, beautiful jab, movement for look at the size of him. He's like Goliath, and the way he moves. It's beautiful. So I thought he looked more aggressive in this fight as well, and the guy he fought wasn't no joker as well.
I thought it was interesting for the first 5 where Makhmudov, 6'5", big right hand. He was dangerous. I think he got tired.
He did.
And then I thought it was a lot easier for Tyson. Makhmudov was rushing in, but Tyson had sussed him. He was falling over the ropes a couple of times.
Yes.
But again, when he would have known that Anthony Joshua is ringside. He would have known that fight is next. So he can't commit and go toe-to-toe with a geezer, can he, Ant?
Exactly.
Do you think that's why we saw it go to points? Do you think he didn't want to risk anything? First one back, or do you think it just that he just couldn't stop?
No, that's the fight.
That's what happened.
There's a perception in boxing, he can knock him out when he wants. No, he cannot. Yeah. If he can, he would. Like every boxer wants that on there. It's a stamp. Even if it's in the 12th round, I got rid of him. Everyone wants it.
And I think he would have massively learnt from the Ngannou one. Because not only was he rubbish and he got dropped, he was supposed to fight Usyk next.
Yep.
And because he got dropped, because he was rubbish, that didn't happen. That got pushed back. He had to sort himself out. And AJ got the fight. And AJ looked brilliant against Ngannou.
Yes.
So there's 2 or 3 reasons why he can't go mad with Makhmudov. He can't afford to lose. He can't afford to go down. He can't afford a cut or an injury.
Exactly.
Because he knows Anthony Joshua is sat there. I mean, Netflix, within moments of the fight finishing, they announced it.
They announced it.
Well, yeah. So let's talk about the post-fight then. The fight happened. He got the win. It's what we needed to happen in order for this fight to be sort of, I suppose, unofficially announced, because AJ was not having any of it. He was not getting involved in him, and Eddie Hearn were not on board with any of it, I didn't think. They were ringside, granted, but they didn't want to take part in any of it. I think Turkey called Eddie to the ring and he didn't move.
Yeah.
AJ didn't even stand up.
Funny that, because a few months ago he was offering to polish his shoes.
I mean, I don't think the Conor Benn situation was like has helped, but AJ was refusing to commit to it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Is that tactic? Do you think he genuinely just doesn't want to say yes until he knows? Because if he says yes and then the terms don't match what he wants, he'll get accused of pulling out or ducking. So was it smart from AJ?
Exactly. So again, I'm kind of in the field where when I was watching it, I was like, okay, yeah. In my opinion, if he haven't signed yet, he's doing the right thing, because he gets in the ring, he starts doing all these kind of things. Now there's a triple pressure for him to accept things he don't want to accept. Boring for the fans. Like, I'm a fan in this, so I'm like, come on, AJ, man. Throw the mic at him or something.
But then don't turn up, because it just for me, when I watched it all back, I couldn't see from that far away.
Yeah.
But everyone around AJ is standing up. Everyone in the ring is obviously standing up. The biggest thing AJ did was.
Oh, but it was too funny.
It was
like a kid at the back of the bus. Wait, look,
I didn't even. Do you know it was that subtle? I didn't even notice. Someone had to tell me afterwards.
I was watching it. I was like, oh, look at me. It's funny because he's looking at me, just staring at me. He's turning. But for me, it's all part of it, because it's literally 2 opposite sides of the coin. Personally, it's hilarious.
And I did listen. Everything was against AJ that night. The new Fury series went out the following day.
After, yeah.
Everyone in the ring is Team Fury. And I would guess that the next day they started filming the 3rd series, which is to build towards the AJ fight. AJ's there on his own, essentially. And all them guys are standing up expecting him. So I felt for him, but I do think if you take the money or take the invitation, then everyone expects that to happen, and it did. It just looked strange, didn't it? Looked odd.
It did.
But then the personalities. If AJ gets up into the ring, you can't match what Fury's going to do.
It's impossible.
So he may as well have gone the opposite scale, like be the cool.
Yeah, be ice cool. Get in there, stand right at him, and let him but don't sit there. So listen, Anthony Joshua's the biggest dude. When he walks into a room, everyone looks smaller than me. But it made him look small being slouched in that chair. Because even the normal fans, the VIPs, they looked like they were towering over him.
I just felt
either don't turn up, and that makes a big statement.
Yeah.
Or, the chair has Anthony Joshua written on it and he's not there. But don't say, this is your show, I'm not here to take attention, I'm not game. when you got a microphone on Netflix.
I would have thought they would have had a discussion about it of exactly what was going to happen before, and maybe they did, and AJ just didn't follow the script. But
sometimes that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people think it is scripted, and sometimes actually not.
Fury's definitely like that bit when he went, I challenge you.
It's
Quite good.
What do you think AJ's going to do?
quite a good impression.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's two sides of it. There's the business side and the reality side. So if the fight isn't signed, AJ's probably thinking, as he said in the after fight interview, we've been here before. I've done this back and forth with you, saying we're going to fight, and we can't come to an agreement. So why am I doing the theatrics?
Yeah.
You know, making your name bigger.
Because that's not what he was about as well.
And exactly, and he's always shown that he's not about that. So I don't know. I want to see the fight. Hopefully, it can get done. There's a bit of bull bag weighing going on because he's like, I'm your boss. He's like, no, I'm your boss. So
Does it happen next though, or do you think?
I think
Joshua will get
it's
a
so
fight?
unfair if
think it
they
should
make
happen.
Yeah, you think it should happen next?
I think so.
Oh, just straight in with it.
If you was AJ's team or manager or coach, right? Fury's just had a 6'6" stiff European guy in front of him, perfect, not perfect, like no way as good as AJ, but handy to box against. Anthony Joshua hasn't won a serious fight since Otto Wallin, December 2023.
I'm going to give you a bit of sticks in the works. If AJ goes and fights someone and looks bad, the fight is done. Or if he goes and fights someone and he loses, the
Yeah.
fight's done. Yeah. Fight. Like,
Well, Fury didn't.
but Fury, okay, cool. It's done now. Fury done it. He
Such
won.
a Fury guy, ain't you?
But no. I'm not, like,
I know.
my thing is, I just want them to fight, and anything can ruin it. Like as you just said, a cut can happen. You know, it's heavyweights. Any punch. AJ's been knocked out before. Like, we don't know how his punch resistance is now after the Dubois thing. We just want them in the ring.
One thing that George Groves said on our split decision the other day, and I think fans are going to overlook this, casual fans. It's great when the Saudi come in and start taking away the purse bids, taking away broadcast deals, taking away promotional things. It's great. So A gets told you're getting this. This is your figure. Forget ticket sales, forget pay-per-views. That's your figure. You are getting this figure. That's your figure. It's not changing. There's no percentage. There's no cut. There's no purse. There is not a way in the world that Fury won't know what he gets, and AJ won't know what
They'll
he gets.
have to get exactly
and
the
if,
same.
and if
They'll
one
have
of
to
them doesn't get a pound more,
Yeah. I think
That's
it'll
gonna be a
have to be the
problem.
same. Otherwise, we're going to
because
have...
they're not fighting for belts.
Yeah,
And if
otherwise
they're
we've got
too
problems.
rich to worry about money, now it's about ego.
It's ego.
And it's about who's the big man.
They have to just be equal on everything. I don't know how they're going to do the A and B side. I don't know. But that's probably...
But then Fury's going to say, I got robbed in 2 Usyk fights. I'm the better man. I'm the greater man. He's just been flattened by a fat Mexican.
These impressions are
I know.
brilliant, Tyson.
No,
It's true, you know.
They're actually really good.
He actually sounded exactly like it.
That's so good.
better than looking like him. I got that a little while ago.
We got the head
Big
going.
get timber up.
Right, well, before we finish talking about this fight, we do need to get Wally's hook and jab, which is a good point and a bad point from the Fury fight.
The good point is Anthony Joshua turned up. They're in talks. They're close. They just need to agree. I think it's harsh on Anthony to not get a warm-up fight, but I do understand all the reasons. So it's good. We are there. It's really close. That's the best thing to come out of it. The fight's overdue, overcooked. So many times they've dropped the ball before. They're both to blame for that. But we're there now. And the good thing is it closes off a brilliant generation, an iconic generation that's given me a living, given us some of the best nights of our life. Because now Moses, Fabio, Daniel Dubois, all these new guys, Lewis Williams, all these new guys, Johnny Fisher, Richard Riakporhe, this is their time now. Great time. A wonderful crossover night. Once AJ Fury happens.
All right, well, what's the jab? What's the negative from this fight we've seen?
Seeing AJ do that.
You didn't appreciate it, did you?
No, I did. I think it was funny.
I didn't even notice.
It was so funny.
Every single boxing event I'm going to, I'm going to look at Kim across the room. Because I don't have to say anything bad on YouTube now. Apparently
You
you
can
get
just
bad
sit and
algorithm.
smile. Sit
I'm
and
just
smile.
Look at that.
So your good and bad points are basically to do with AJ from that. Is
Yeah.
What I'm going to summarise.
Yeah, listen, to me the fight was okay. It was good to see a few move around. There wasn't too much good or bad. But the good stuff is Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, barring a real disaster that they're going to fight, and we can get it over and done with. I'm sure it'll be a 2-fight deal anyway, but
Exactly.
It'll go on. And then they win one each and we get a trilogy. It just doesn't end. Anyway, now we're going to move on to the next part of the show where we ring a former world champion unexpectedly and see what he is up to and get his opinions on what we're talking about. And of course, it is Anthony Crolla. We're playing Holla Crolla. Here we go. Is he going to answer?
Has he got reception
He's a busy man.
in his castle, in his mansion?
Hello.
Hello, Anthony Crolla.
Has his serious
How are
voice.
we?
How
Can
are
you
you?
hear me?
Yes, we can. Can you hear us?
I'm good. I'm currently recovering from an operation, but listen,
Oh.
don't make it about me. I don't know what we're speaking about. So yeah,
Oh.
What have you had?
What's that?
What have you
Bit
done?
of cosmetic surgery or?
a bit of a BBL. No, I had an hernia done. Done weekend, so I'm a bit high on in painkillers and stuff right now.
No.
But other than that, so anything I say, yeah, don't take it too serious.
If I see you with a new fringe next week at a show, Anthony, I'm going to know that this hernia lie, because I mean, I could have a look at the hernia. I know where the hernia comes, but
Well, you both know that one thing I've not got to worry about is my hairline.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't know if you can see this. We've plastered your face all around the building, the room.
Strong hairline.
Really?
Yeah, strong hairline up there. Yeah.
I mean, he's
yeah.
about
I
12
have
years
got
old
a
in that
strong
one.
hairline. I've got a very strong hairline, but there's now a few greys creeping through. But I've got a very strong hairline.
We've just had a little bit of an argument about who is the most handsome Anthony in British boxing.
Oh, wow.
Well, there's a lot of Anthony's in British boxing actually.
Yeah, who do you think you beat to sort of 1, 2, and 3?
Oh, what Anthony? Name me some Anthony.
Well,
I
Anthony
mean, AJ is a
Joshua,
big, beautiful
Anthony
man,
Yarde,
isn't he? I'm not
Anthony
even-
Fowler, Anthony
Yarde.
Kakachi.
I like Anthony Kakachi with that rugged look, with a beard. I'm struggling here, I'm struggling. Name me some other Anthonys.
AJ?
Oh, AJ's a big, beautiful man. All the women love AJ.
What about
Jeez,
what's the light
Anthony.
heavy? Yard?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, innit? He's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not backing myself here. I'm not backing myself
Slipping
but
down the list.
I'm in tough competition here.
We've got another geezer in here. He knows a good-looking man when he sees one. Who do you think the most handsome Anthony in British boxing is?
AY.
Is what?
I think it's the Yard. That guy with the hair and the muscles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got
Yes,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
look.
that's it.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Oh, is that Yard now?
Yeah, he's in the
And
studio
what's
with us.
that
Yeah.
How you been?
Well, I'm glad I didn't back myself against you.
I know, we was trying, wasn't I? I was trying to
But like
stitch you
I
up.
say, you've got to remember, I am on painkillers, so I might just be being nice. So if, when I wake up, it might be different when I wake up.
Yeah, you do sound a bit slurry. I thought one of them punches to the head from Frank Uzwerga had finally caught up with you.
No, mate, it's catching up with me now.
So, how long are you off? Are you back in action for your fighters this weekend?
Absolutely.
Oh, straight into it.
I think I've got to be there. Do you know what? I've got to be two places at once, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
You're Liverpool and Newcastle, weren't you, man?
And I sound big time, but I'm going to need a driver as well because I can't drive. Obviously, Newcastle's miles away, so yeah, I'm hoping. I'm probably going to define the odds and. Well, no, I better shut up actually because I'll bring my car insurance will be void.
Eddie will get you a helicopter, won't he?
Well, for the Liverpool show, he might. He's Sam, yeah, he's sort of right load of tickets, so he needs him on it. So he might get the chopper out. Over to Newcastle for Callum French.
Yeah. Listen, let's talk about your brother, Ant, because the comeback fight that he pulled off the other day was absolutely sensational. For a boxing fan to see that, it is a joy. It is the coolest Rocky moment. But for a big brother and a trainer, it was probably what caused your hernia.
No, it nearly killed me off. I only got out of hospital half an hour before it, half an hour before the show, I got to Altrincham and do you know what? Well, I can't dress it up. I was fuming with the performance. You know what it was? Because we trained so hard and the improvements he'd made in that camp, and then for him to fight like that, I was livid. And I don't want to disrespect Glenn whatsoever. Glenn boxed out his skin that night, and but one thing I've got to be proud of him for is the balls and the heart he's shown. It was unreal, and it was a real Rocky fight, wasn't it? It was a real Rocky fight, the way he pulled through it, and it's mad because the love he's got through that is 10 times more than the professional performance I wanted him to put on. He's mad. People only yesterday stopped going for coffee and people come up to me talking about it. And as you know, I like the attention on me, but they're talking about my younger brother. It was annoying me a little bit. So yeah.
And I suppose
But no,
because you're
it's
so humble as well,
fine.
hearing all the praise is strange.
I appreciate it, mate. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, but I passed it on. I did pass it on to him.
And are you harsher on him than you are on the others in the gym?
Yeah, no, I am, and he'll say that. And do you know what? I think it's just because, whether it's wrong or right of me, I thought I could never have that thing of I'm letting him take shortcuts. And to be honest, I probably am a bit too much towards the other lads, but I suppose that's the way it always is. But it's only because I want it for him, Ali. Do you know what I mean? That much, but probably it might be something I've got to work on myself. But I was certainly harsh on him the other night, and I've been since. But it was like you say, it was a crazy weekend because they had a lad on the night after as well. But obviously I didn't make that one. But yeah, it was a mad time with the Welsh contingent. One from up near yours with the Crofts and Mikey O'Sullivan, and then William. Yeah, he certainly didn't get boxed for the weekend out the gym anyway.
Imagine how rich he is with all these fighters back to back to back. He must be even richer than everyone thinks he is.
Fortunes.
Listen, with all that money,
bear
I
in
think.
mind the twins have just come up for the first time, didn't fight on a ticket deal. So if we break that down, and as you can imagine,
He's smiling.
Are you starting to learn a bit of Welsh?
Now. I'm just building the villa now. The 10% of that, yeah.
Are you picking up any Welsh from the boys, from the twins?
I'm speaking it fluently now.
Nice.
Yes. So no, I'm not. But it's become a bit of a dad joke. People keep asking it me, and it's just backfiring. So no, I'm not. But I should actually learn a bit. But they speak it, don't they?
Yeah, I think that might be their first language.
They're
actually.
Welsh.
It is.
No, you're wrong there.
Welsh.
Not everyone in Wales can speak Welsh. Only certain areas are Welsh speaking.
No, true.
So
Proper. Well, they're from
because I'm not a Welsh.
Crymych, Cardigan.
Yeah,
Crymych.
West Wales really
West Wales,
strong.
Yeah. Lovely part of the world.
I can't really speak much Welsh. I can say the odd diolch is thank you.
Yeah.
You need more than that.
That's
We
about
need
all
more
I've
than
got. What is it? It's been about 18 years of living in Wales, and that's probably the only word I've got.
Yeah, I always wind them up because they're West Wales, which is a beautiful part of the world, and I just say I prefer North Wales. I prefer Rhyl. I prefer the Sun Centre, Presthaven Sands. No, I don't really, but they buy at everything because they're just the proudest Welshmen ever.
Yeah, but it's very different North and South Wales. It's a bit more Scouse up north, isn't it? They've got like a little bit of a Scouse twang, actually.
It very is. It is. If you go to like your Presthaven Sands and Rhyl, it's full of Manx and Scousers.
It is. We've got a little game for you if you're up for playing.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, because we've got another Anthony in the studio, we've decided to call it Anthony v Anthony.
Oh.
I don't come up with the names. Don't blame that on me. Right, it is basically if you can name boxers, you only get a couple of seconds. Any hesitation and you're out.
Okay.
Name boxers, you've got to go one then the other, and then until someone has run out of names. We'll start off with...
Anthony's going to win this one.
Is it one in each division and going down?
No, so we're going to start off heavyweights.
Okay, so only heavyweights.
The first one, heavyweights, okay? So who wants to start? Who should we get to start?
Is it current or forever?
Got to be current, I think, because otherwise we'll be...
All right, yeah. Yeah, we'll go current. They can't be retired.
Oh, geez.
Okay, so... officially retired because there's a few who we're not sure. Right, so we'll start with Anthony Yarde.
Well, hold on, let's start with the most handsome. So whenever you're ready, the most handsome one, please go first.
And the painkillers have wore off. I'm going to
Right, go on, Crolla, you start.
Moses Atoma,
Daniel Dubois,
Deontay Wilder,
Fabio Woodley.
Filip Hrgovic.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Derek Chisora.
Not retired.
Oh, but has he retired?
Has he not?
How can you lose to a punch-drunk man who's still got
he
his
hasn't
stitches
retired.
in?
He hasn't actually officially retired. We'll
Did you
keep
see his
going.
t-shirt over
No,
there?
he's not retiring, is he, Derek?
He'll be back.
Dave Allen.
I don't know.
Oh,
He's
God.
gone. You've done him, Crolla. You've beaten him.
You've got it. You got it.
High
Well
as a kite, and
done.
he's won.
That's it.
I'm bad with names as well. This
Get bad
game's
around
unfair.
So you're allergic to peanuts, but you eat them. You're allergic to dairy, you eat ice cream.
A box, but
you don't know names, but you play the name game.
Basically.
This is good, yeah.
Oh, we stitched him up. Thank you for your time. We're going to let you get off and recover.
Back to bed, Anthony.
Yeah, get some sleep.
It will, and yeah, I'll catch up with you guys soon.
See you
Speak to
soon, son.
Thank
Cheers, Am.
you.
See you later.
And take care. See you later.
See you
Bye-bye.
Mate, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We've covered the main event from Saturday night, but there was a huge co-main event in Conor Benn versus Regis Prograis. Conor Benn got the win. Was it a good performance? And did you think it has done anything in terms of where he goes next? Facing a Regis Prograis who is now since retired, but also was potentially injured.
Look,
What did you make of it?
Anthony Yarde is a professional boxer in that fraternity. He will want to remain friends of all the broadcasters and the promoters and the boxers. He beat Regis Prograis' ghost. Okay? Regis Prograis could barely stand up. Every time they you don't get yourself in trouble with anyone.
Yeah.
Let's not. No. He can give us all your opinions.
No, listen, I admire
Come
that,
on.
and I really appreciate that. But we had it in a split decision with the other day. George Groves didn't want to say too much. Isaac Oko come out and said, "Man, that guy had one leg."
Literally, like he was falling over. Even when he was in his, he went to the corner, nothing was happening, and he just looked like he was falling over.
Did you rate Conor Benn's performance, irrelevant of sort of the level of Regis Prograis?
I felt like he was doing things very good. Clash of the heads can, play a big part. Both of his eyes were cut from two clashes. He was doing things that was good. And, people are always going to have this thing of, he should have got rid of Prograis, or he should have, dominated and looked better. Prograis still got, as you said, the ghost. Experience. He's got cleverness. There's times when he's going to, start asserting himself, and he's going to know certain timings and whatever. And he's not a walkover. I think his fight before this, was it the Haney fight?
Cattrall.
Yeah, Cattrall.
So for me, he's still a veteran in the game.
Yeah, but listen, for me, he's 37 years old. His best days were at super lightweight.
So young still, 30.
Super light. So he's 10 years older.
Yeah.
10 pounds, naturally 10 pounds lighter. For me, if Conor Benn is going to talk about being this explosive, terrifying knockout artist, and you don't knock that guy out, I think it's a really disappointing performance.
So you thought he should be disappointed in it by not getting that stoppage win?
If you're going to tell everyone that you're a violent knockout artist and you've got mean intentions and you're a bad man, I think you deal with a 37-year-old geezer on one leg a little bit more conclusively than that. And I saw some good positive reaction, because again, a lot of people tiptoe around the situation and things. Mick Conlon, Jamie Conlon, even Dave Coldwell, who Dave, a very respected trainer with a lot of people. Where's all the power gone? Where's all that knockout power when you was icing people, knocking them cold out in one round? Not there anymore. 29. When's he going to get it back?
Did you see as well? Obviously, Eddie Hearn was ringside. I think they zoomed in on him yawning during the fight. I don't know if you saw that, which I wasn't sure if that was an actual yawn or a bit of the theatrics based on the events.
I was laughing
leading
at
up
Eubank
to
on the
it.
phone.
Yeah.
He was literally just sitting there because like he's having such a good conversation.
But in his defence, you would have seen it, I'm sure, online. Shakur Stevenson wants to fight Conor Benn next. Devin Haney wants to fight him next. Boots Ennis would want to fight him next. Josh Collett, everyone wants to fight him next. So that is a great thing for him and his bank balance.
Great position to be in.
Why do they want to fight him next though?
Because they see an easy win. But again, even before, even with his great performances, the thing we know about Conor Benn, it was like his dad. Grit. Heart. He's gonna go out on his shield. He's gonna fight. You're gonna see a fight. Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, is one of the best boxers ever. Hitting and not getting hit, it's like he's a snake. Teofimo Lopez is not a joke fighter. He made him look very ordinary. I don't feel like that's the route you need to go at all. Haney, very, very similar thing. That's not the route you need to go. There's bigger fights which can be easier for Conor Benn, in my opinion.
I know we've just had Anthony and Anthony on, and I know this may sound totally stupid, I think Conor Benn and Conor McGregor would be a serious boxing match.
Hey, that will sell.
I wondered where you were going with that. I was thinking, Anthony, what relevance is that?
It will sell.
Well, it would. I mean, it would sell.
In this day and age, we're in the business of like entertainment. Like AJ fought Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I know it's people are saying it's ruining boxing or whatever, but there's still real fights happening. But where you got these theatrical fights happening, you know, Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, all these theatrical fights. In my opinion, it brings more attention to boxing. This is why boxing's on Netflix now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been an advocate for it. I'm like, yeah, you guys go out there, do WWE, sell it, have a fight. Happy days.
Is that the kind of fight that you're thinking Conor Benn should be going for, though? The sort of, bearing in mind in the boxing world, that won't do anything in terms of his
Zero.
rankings or what he says he wants to achieve, which is to go on and
It'll make him a bigger star.
Again, so Conor never went down the. You say like traditional
Yeah,
boxing
he's
fans.
not gone down the
He never
traditional
wanted an
route.
English title. He never wanted a Southern Area title. So that's irrelevant to him. And the way he ditched Eddie, and he's told the world all he cares about is his family's finances. More Rolls Royces, more Porsches. World titles don't necessarily get you more money. I know world champions who aren't millionaires. If he's all about money for his children, and it was worth doing that to Eddie Hearn, then fight Conor McGregor or fight.
Well, yeah, because technically he's a free agent now. That was a one-fight deal. He's had the fight, so he's a free agent. So the possibilities are endless.
And if he's Zuffa Dana White is Conor McGregor's mate, I suppose, are they? I'm telling you, listen, I'd be surprised.
What about the Ryan Garcia fight then?
Ryan Garcia, that will be
Because that's also, although it's a bit more of a serious boxing match as such, it's still also the names, the entertainment. They've both got a lot of hype around them. There's a lot of, you've got a big social media following, big money fight. So that also potentially
that will make the
makes
most sense, in my opinion.
But I don't know, did you see the pictures and the photos of him making weight?
Who?
Conor. He made 150 and he looked like a ghost.
Yep, I saw that.
So that's £3 more. And again, to casual boxing fans, £3, that's nothing.
But it's a lot.
Friday
It's
night,
everything.
boiling everything off.
It's everything.
And against Ryan Garcia, who's comfortable. Like, what? I know he's missed it, but I think that's more of his craziness than his.
I think that was on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know.
care.
I don't think he tried.
But
Okay, so you think maybe that'll be just not the right weight for Conor Benn at this stage?
Every single fighter between super feather, world champion, every world champion from super feather, like look where Shakur's come from, up to middleweight will be desperate to fight him. Denzel Bentley we had on the other day. Imagine how good that'd be for Denzel Bentley.
Yeah.
Come back to middleweight, I'll give you a fight. Give you a world title shot. If Conor Benn wants to be a world champion, every single world champion from super feather to middle will want to fight him.
yeah,
Because it's a big payday for them? Because it's an easy fight? Because it's...
Both.
Okay.
it's a mix and match, in my opinion, of everything. Because people will look at Conor and say, I can beat him. Is anyone looking at Shakur and saying, I can beat him? Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, it's just two different things. Conor's known for his grit, entertainment, you're going to be in a fight. But then you got some people who are just known as, am I going to catch this guy? Is he going to embarrass me? So...
Okay, so potential Conor v Conor. Heard it here first. God, imagine if that actually happens.
I'll watch that.
Imagine if that actually happens and you're the first one to say it. Well, away from that fight, a fight which I think probably was my favourite from the night, Richard Riakporhe picking up the British heavyweight title against Jeamie TKV. Yeah. Great performance from him.
Yeah. He looked like a monster. Animal. I saw him as well on the logo. I looked at it, I was like, hey. I looked him up and down. I said, yeah. Like, you're massive, man.
He is
strong.
massive.
He's looking strong. Yeah, and I'm happy for Richard, man. 2-time British champion. That's not easy to do. It's not very common either. So he's on the right path.
It is madness that he ever wasn't a heavyweight, to be honest.
Yeah,
I can't comprehend it. Because when you see him, when he was ringside for a show a few months ago, he was borderline bigger than the heavyweights who were sat. It was crazy.
It was similar to like Lawrence Okoli. Like you could just see his frame, everything. Like he was sparring AJ and all these heavyweights from when he was a cruiserweight. I'm looking at him saying, "Is making weight hard for you?" And he's like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, man." So like these guys fit into heavyweight. You see how big they get. That means they're like, yes, finally I can eat.
Yeah, they're enjoying a fight week, aren't they?
And again, it also that Lonsdale belt, that British title, we're also desperate to be world champions, and there's 4 belts, makes it, they'll say easier, but I think the Lonsdale belt often gets overlooked as an achievement, and so many great fighters. Josh Warrington dreamed of nothing more than a British title. Well, look what he went on to achieve. Johnny Fisher, so proud to be Southern Area champion. These belts get overlooked because you can grab a WBA Intercontinental or a WBO Global. No disrespect to the guys that fight for them and get them, but British titles, they're magnificent. The belt is beautiful. I think it's the best looking belt. So, and again, it makes that. Often a guy wins that and they rush off rightly for the European and the world. But if I think Richard called out Johnny Fisher straight away. I don't like that fight for Johnny. I think that's too much. Richard's a bit too dangerous for me. But what it does mean is the British title is sought after now. People want to fight for it. People will look at Richard and think, he's limited. He's just a big right hand. So I hope maybe someone. I love that. I love the heavyweight division, whether it's world titles or British titles. When the heavyweights are buzzing, the whole sport benefits.
The whole sport benefits. It's true. I agree.
Yeah.
Heavyweight boxing. That's the first attraction to boxing. Always heavyweight boxing.
Yeah, it brings the eyes. I mean, I think British title is prestigious. I think it's brilliant, and I hear it all the time where people their goals, they want to, they loosely talk about world title, but I want to become British champion, like it's important to people. And I will say the American team didn't actually grasp that, the American punditry team and the commentators, they didn't grasp how prestigious the British title is. They were like, a stepping stone. It's really, because to them it isn't anything, I suppose. But I was like, no, it is like,
no.
This is an important belt to win. But I did think that was fight of the night. But back to the Benn fight. Please give us Wally's hook and jab from Conor Benn versus Regis Prograis.
The positive for me, Regis Prograis retired while he was still limping back to the dressing room, but he retires as a 2-time world champion. Magnificent story. Survived hurricanes. Educated man. I loved it when he come over here for the Josh Taylor fight. Just a really lovely geezer, and to get out of the sport, like that was his retirement fund. That fight, he took that fight dangerously. He knew he would have gone into that fight knowing I'm in real trouble here. He used the word terrified. He's gone in there and done that for his family to get a lovely big payday from the ring and from Saudi. He knew he couldn't win. He was just hoping to survive. So fair play to him. I hope he has a wonderful retirement. That's the best bit. Worst bit, just that lack of devastating power that we saw against Vargas, against Van Herden, against Chris Algieri. 2 fights he had in America, we haven't seen it back. 2 fights against Eubank, he dropped Eubank at the end when he was a ghost. That was the perfect opponent. Yes, he was a southpaw, but there's a real dip in performance for Conor recently, and he's not inexperienced anymore like he was. He's been with Tony Sims all this time now. Spars all the best guys. If he's going to make that, those welterweight world champions now, those super lights now, super welters, I think that most of those guys would walk through that Regis Prograis. And no disrespect to Regis, I saw a ghost of a great fighter. And if you're going to be this big bad world champion, you need to deal with him better.
Well, there we have it. That is Wally's hook and jab. Now it is my favourite time of the show. I don't have to do anything. I just get to watch. It is face-off time, where we get our guest to face off with Wally, and he has to try and break you. We're going to get a leaderboard together, so you're not just against Wally, you are against our future guests. We don't mind.
I can't smile.
You can't smile. If you smile, that's it. If you look away, that's it. Okay? Slight height difference. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Face off.
You know, cheers. The music sent me. The music sent me. He's whispering.
That's fantastic. Fantastic work.
That's cheating.
I knew you was going to go
That's
to your nostrils dead. Half a second before.
That is
I saw the
cheating.
nostrils and it was gone.
The music cheating. That was 2 against 1.
The official time there, 13 seconds 58. That's not bad. Very good.
It's the music that sent me. What is it? I can smell your lip bar. That's funny.
Well, currently you are top of the leaderboard, so that's a positive. That is a positive we'll take from it. We can't say too much about what's coming up for you, can we? It's all in the pipeline at the moment.
Yes.
Announcements soon.
Yes.
Announcements imminent. Brilliant. Well, thank you for being our first guest on the show. It's been so nice having you in.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to the show. Now, we have changed up the guests because at this stage of the show, we bring in an up-and-comer, a prospect, someone who is early on in their career, and we just want to highlight what they're doing, where they're going, and hear a little word for them. So the guest this week, we are delighted to be joined by 9-0 exciting prospects, Jermaine Dhliwayo. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's good to be here.
Now, we've both interviewed you before. I did your first ever post-fight interview, and I believe, Wally, you were the first ever interview he did.
Yeah, I don't even think he could grow facial hair back then when we first did that one.
Nah, I couldn't actually. Came in very late.
And is Nan going to be happy to see you with a beard?
My uncle won't be happy, that's for sure.
Well, we need to explain
Yeah,
who he
we
is.
do need to explain that. For people who don't know, your uncle is Del Boy, Derek Chisora.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
What is that like, having him as an uncle?
Oh, I couldn't explain it. Like, you just got to experience it. How he is on the cameras and all that type of stuff, that's how he is even at home, like, generally.
That's what Brian Jennings was saying a couple of weeks ago, is because we were talking, like, he's done 10 years, 10 camps, lived in the house, and he was trying to explain that people think that boxers act mad and then they're sensible at home, but he says sometimes they have a lovely dinner together, and if he hands over the bread in a certain way that Derek doesn't quite recognise or like, suddenly there's a look across the table.
Oh, yeah. It's a stern look as well.
But the crazy thing in the story that I've loved telling before is that I think you're from Northampton originally.
Yeah.
You've moved down here to be close to the St Pancras gym where you want to box.
Yeah.
But you live in Derek's old bedroom.
Yeah.
And he has, and on all the walls are still the posters that Derek had as a young boy and all his heroes.
Yeah.
Who's on there? Name some of the posters.
So you've got Floyd Mayweather. Then you got 50 Cent. I'm serious. No,
you have to wake up to 50
I'm not even
Cent every
joking. You
morning.
know what's funny? You've got even like the old posters of all like the parties they used to have back in the day. So there's one is like the R&B balloon event and all this type of things. And then you got picture of him and his old coach, his first coach. Who's it?
James Oliver.
James Oliver as well. Yeah.
Johnny Oliver, sorry.
Yeah, you got Zab Judah. Got a lot of names up there.
Wow. And so you also appear on his undercard. You've done it a couple of times now. Is that right?
4.
Last Saturday.
Yeah, last week was the most recent one.
Yes.
How different is it being on a fight week with Derek and doing the whole thing together compared to when you're doing a fight week alone?
Oh, it's a massive difference because I'm with him now. So like, when I'm doing my own thing, he leaves me alone. But now I'm with him. He's like the whole week he was going about, you better get a haircut, you better do this, you better do that. I'm like, mate, you got your own fight to worry about. Why are you bothering me?
You don't call him mate, do you?
Oh, not a chance.
My dad's mad for that. Do you not call him mate ever? Would you call him Uncle or Derek or
Uncle Derek? This is Uncle Derek. Uncle Derek. Yeah.
One of my favourite things of that. I mean, there was very crazy things in that fight week. Tanks, towels was a big talking point. But my favourite thing was you and Derek, Uncle Derek, being brought in together to do your photos. You ripped your top off and you've just weighed in the lightest of your career so far, super feather, nice and easy, 8-pack. Derek ended up being the heaviest of his entire career, and he was not happy to be stood next to you for that long.
Not at all, but actually, let me just correct you there. It was actually, just to put this out there, featherweight, 126 pounds, and I had an 8-pack, and that was the first time I've seen an 8-pack in my life, to be honest with you. So and he wasn't happy about it. He's got the big belly, and then there's me. The comparison is crazy.
Yeah.
So is he now part of your team? Is he going to be there all the time at every fight, or are you still sort of separating it? Because he's now, we're going to talk to you about this as well, but he's still fighting because we heard that, retirement is what his T-shirt said. He's not retiring. So is he there for every fight going forwards now, or is there going to be still a separation?
No, there's still a separation. He just turns up when he feels like it, to be honest with you. If he wants to turn up, he'll turn up. If he doesn't, he won't.
Oh, to be fair, Derek come in and filmed our No Glove Lost show a little while ago, and we filmed it on it must have been a Friday or a Saturday, and he went, "Are you going to Jermaine's fight now?" I said, "Yeah, of course, you're cool." He went, "Come on, I'll give you a lift." So I jumped in the car with him and he's going along. And I can tell, obviously I'm a tabloid journalist, but I can tell he's playing little tricks with me to test if I'm a reliable person. Because he's holding crazy conversations on the phone, personal conversations, business conversations. He's saying all this in front of me and I'm just looking at the window like that. And
Never to repeat.
Yeah, of course. No. But yeah, like, again, he couldn't wait to get over to your show. We made it at 5 o'clock. That's the crazy thing with him, I find, whether it's Saudi Arabia or York Hall, or even coming in here to do shows, he just seems to love the sport.
Yeah, most definitely. Like he said he acts like anywhere like where it's boxing, he's always there. It's crazy. Like I remember someone in the comments is like, this guy, you just see him anyway. He needs to just leave, and it's funny, but he really does love the sport. He doesn't watch it, but actually being there, he loves it so much.
He's never watched one of his own fights. Maybe it's another lie I've fallen for, but he's never watched one of his own fights back.
No, he actually hasn't. He don't watch his fights back. He just he asks, "Oh, how was my fight?" But yeah, I don't think he's ever watched a fight back probably since the early days.
And do you tell him the truth when he's boxed bad?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I've told him fights where I thought he was going to lose, and when he hasn't lost, and I tell him the truth. And I remember after the Usyk fight, I was like to him, "Can't lie, you got a bit tired in there." He's like, "What do you know?" That was literally, "What do you know?"
And I guess with Derek, you have almost your own personal promoter who can turn up to a show, which is important. It gets more eyes, but probably also be your harshest critic and an extra trainer on top of CJ Hussein.
Oh, most definitely. Even after the fight last week, he's getting his hands wrapped. You got the board in there, doing all the serious thing. I walk in, first thing he goes, he's like, "Mate, what was that? Could have stopped it earlier." I'm like, "I won and I stopped him, so what's the problem, innit?" He's like, "Nah, it's not good enough." And then even the next day at his Easter party, he's entertaining people at the Easter party. He sees me walk in and he goes, "Yeah, man, I'm not happy with that performance." I'm like, "I've just enjoyed Easter, mate."
What was the Easter party like? What happens?
Oh, he like hires like a big bunny, like
I've heard
loads of
about this.
bouncy castles.
A real giant rabbit?
No, come on, of course not. Like a
Not a real one, like a
human
man
inside of it, like,
Come on now. Have you ever celebrated Easter?
No.
You get someone in a costume comes in, gives out all the eggs to the kids.
That's Christmas, Father Christmas.
Well, you can do it at Christmas, but the Easter bunny also.
Easter bunny, innit?
Oh yeah, but it's a person.
Yeah, it's actually a person.
Yeah,
And
there's a limit to how big a rabbit would go, I suppose.
Sure.
exactly. And
How well they're trained.
like 1,000 eggs. But I was lucky this time because I just boxed. Normally, I'm the one that has to hide all the eggs.
But you could actually
Well,
take
I could have
part.
just. No, I didn't even take part, to be honest. I just came to tell him, "Oh, I'm going on holiday. I'll see you later," innit? Then I left.
But listen, one of the things again, one of the reasons that I've always wanted to push more small hall undercard fighters, amateur fighters, is people assume that you're all millionaires. That everyone who boxes on telly, you've come here from work.
Yeah.
You're an electrician.
Yeah.
You got your boots on.
You got the full work gear on.
This is it.
Working man.
Even being on Derek Chisora shows, even being on pay-per-view shows, even fighting around Europe, you go to work every day.
Yeah, every day. I started work at 7 today. I was up about 6 o'clock.
How do you find balancing the training as a professional and working?
Oh, it's hard.
did you do?
It is hard. Even this last one was brutal because I was working night shifts. So I'd go, sometimes it would be I'd go from training at 8 o'clock. I was maybe training until about 10 o'clock and then go to my night shift at 11, finish at 7. And I work at like in central London, so I'd run back home to northwest London. And just you try fit in training as much as you can. So there's no like, a little rest and it's constant work.
And how are you finding the professional ranks and being a professional boxer? Is it what you thought it was going to be?
You know what? I'll be so honest with you. After my first fight, I was like, you know what? I'm a superstar now. I can quit work.
Made it.
I generally thought I made it. I was like, I'm gonna quit work very soon. Yeah. And then the reality sets in, and you're like, oh no, it's gonna be it's a long journey. People think you turn over, they see you on TV and all this type of stuff, but nah, the reality is you got to work hard, and it takes time. But I'm eventually gonna get there. So.
And again, you will have seen the absolute best of this sport with what it's been able to give Derek and Derek's daughters and his new son and your nan. But the first ever interview that you and I did was all about St Pancras sadly losing Sharif Lawal, who never had aspirations to be a pro boxer. He was a good amateur, great man that everyone around the gym loved, a QPR fan who lost his life at Harrow Leisure Centre, more or less in the ring.
Yeah.
So you know what this sport can do closer up than anyone, and you still choose to do it.
Yeah, most definitely. Reality is it's a dangerous game. Let's be honest. There, it's all fun and games. You know, everyone sees like the stuff that my uncle does, all that. It's nice, but there's another side to it. Like you said, on the smaller side, like it didn't happen at the O2. It didn't happen in Vegas. It happened in Harrow Leisure Centre. You know what I mean? And it don't really get publicised. But there are other fighters that even after him that have passed away, which is obviously may they rest in peace. But it's a harsh sport, and yeah, there's not much I can say to it. But yeah, may he rest in peace as well.
And that is one good thing that I remember you've had the QPR shirt on for him. You were able to carry his name and remind his family that, you know, no one's forgotten him.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, thing is, everyone thinks I'm a QPR fan. I'll be so honest, I don't even watch football, but
you're at Loftus Road like Barry McGuigan.
I am a QPR fan now, and all the
now.
QPR fans, you are. Come on, mate.
Love that. And so, what are the aspirations then? Because it's early on in your career, but what are the aspirations? What are you wanting to do? Do you look at Dell and think I want to replicate those levels? What are you wanting?
To be honest, I would not do boxing if I didn't think I'd be a world champion. I'm not wasting my time just to do it for the love of it and like a little bit of fun. Nah, I'm going for like the very top. Like you see how like Terence Crawford and all those guys are living, Devin Haney and those type of people, Shakur Stevenson. I'm coming for that. Like I'm coming for it all, to be honest with you. That's just me being 100% real.
But I guess the one good thing about looking at your uncle's career, and it won't always be the same for everyone else, is defeats came, and usually he got paid more for the next defeat. And the heavyweight division is very different. Do you know what I mean? You boys at smaller weights, life is tougher. But a defeat, should one come along, when you get brave enough or experienced enough to take a big challenge for English title, British title, losing one against a boy who is more experienced or is bigger than you or might just be a bit better than you, your uncle has paved the way for every young British boxer in this country to realise now one defeat is not the end.
Yeah, definitely. Man, the guys had like 13, 14 losses, man. I've lost count to it.
14, he's on.
And somehow, even the last fight, I'm thinking, how did he even get the fight, to be honest with you? And he got it. And
now he's talking about the rematch.
Exactly. I remember when guys were telling him to retire, like, I'm talking even before the Takam win, you know what I mean? And then he goes and knocks out Takam, which is something that AJ couldn't do, you know what I mean? So, yeah, obviously, I haven't lost, and God forbid I lose, but... yeah, you can always make a comeback, man. And this is the game, man. It only takes one shot. It's a fight at the end of the day. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I know that he was telling us a couple of weeks ago that he gets a little bit annoyed these days when he wants to go for a run. And the reason is that he will message some of the guys that he likes, that he knows live in London, and say, let's go for a run tomorrow, 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. tonight. And when some of them guys reply and say, no, it's my day off, he says, I know those guys ain't going to get big money.
Make it.
I know they're not going to be champions. I guess you don't have a choice. You don't get to say, no, sorry, I'm out with my friends, because he rings up your nan and knows where you are.
It's crazy. Actually, it's funny you said this. Sorry, I interrupted you, but I must have got back from my girlfriend's house late, maybe 2 a.m. Then my grandma saying, oh, Jermaine, your uncle's on the phone. This was like 6 a.m. And then he's like, oh, catch me. So he runs like towards Dorchester through central London. So I had to catch him, and I caught up to him, but I caught up to him like from northwest London. I caught up to him about maybe Regent Street. And I caught up to him, and then we went to the Dorchester and had some porridge.
Porridge?
Yeah. And then he told me off because like the way I spoke to the waiter, but I went in a nice way. I was like, oh, thanks, boss. And he's like, we don't say boss here, mate.
What, you was in a Dorchester in your running gear?
Oh, yeah.
Mid-run?
Yeah.
Mid-run.
It was after the run, but...
How'd you get home?
He makes me get him an Uber.
You pay for his Uber on your account?
I pay for his Uber. And guess
now.
what? We go to war about this. You know, like I said, you guys, I work a full-time job. I ain't got money like that. He refuses to go in like the little cheap Uber. So if it comes, he's like, nah, send it back.
So he drives in a little smart car, but he sends the Uber away.
He's like, nah, I want like the Tesla one, that one. I'm like, nah, come on. Like, it's like £20 more expensive. And he's like, no, we're getting this one.
Do you hope he retires?
Me personally, I hope he retires. I'm tired of seeing him fight, to be honest. I told him already, like, mate, I've been watching him fight since I was like 3 years old.
Is that the consensus from the family and people close, that they're ready for him to retire?
Yeah, but he also said, you guys, I don't care what you guys say. I'll fight. He'll fight. The guy will fight if he wants to fight. If he doesn't want to fight, no one knows what's going on in his head, to be honest with you. Like, we can't read him. He might fight, he might not fight. You know, he might end up go to MMA or something like that. You never know with him.
Well, before we end this, have you got any fights lined up? What's the imminent future looking like?
I'm hoping to get out May.
Okay.
It could be something, but we'll just have to wait and see, to be honest.
Let's see.
Are you in a rush to stop working? Because I think it's a good thing to keep. I know that sounds awful when you're up at 5 o'clock, but it does keep fighters grounded. It does. Sam Noakes challenged, brilliant fight with Abdullah Mason, almost won a world title. He goes roofing with his pals because it keeps you going. It gives you something to do. You can't go out drinking and getting fat and partying. Sometimes I think it's handy for fellas to have a trade.
Yeah, it is, and it's funny because my mum came down to visit yesterday because of my grandma's birthday, and I was just like saying, I can't go out, guys, this is long, like, because I'm about to qualify, I'm like very close, and they're like, yeah, you ain't got a choice, mate. It's like, even my uncle, he's like, you ain't got a choice. He said, if you don't get that gold card, I'm kicking you out. So, yeah, but nah, it does keep you grounded. Like even after like my biggest wins, like, you go back and then you're on a building site cleaning the work stores. You know, you got the broom and that as an apprentice. You're like, man, damn. Like, even now, after this, I'm going back to work, man. But nah, it's good, and it's just something like young fighters need to understand. Like, it keeps you disciplined and it keeps you humble. Like you said, look, Marvin Hagley used to work. He was working for like the first few years of his career, and even after he got his world title. You know what I mean? So. It's just a good thing to have.
Just the way it is. Well, thank you for coming in, Jermaine. It's been great having you here. And don't forget, he is one to look out for the future, and we look forward to seeing when your next fight is. But that is all for this week. Our first show is done. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a good one, I think.
Not a bad start.
Not a bad start. Same again next week. We're back, more guests. So we'll see you next time.